Everyone knows that YouTube's auto moderation system is completely BS. And I mean, here we go. So basically, a while back, like earlier in the year, we watched something called, it was a Republican campaign ad called Rhino Hunting without the H, so RINO, which stands for Republican in name only. It's a pejorative used by fascist Republicans to denounce neoconservative Republicans. Like, you're not actually a Republican unless you're this openly racist, right? You have to meet this standard, you know? And there was a campaign ad that got a lot of negative attention because it was essentially a Republican candidate who was filmed themselves doing a like SWAT raid on a house. You know, it wasn't real, of course. It was, you know, like a for the cameras, but it was like, yeah, we're hunting down the non-fascist Republicans. But anyway, the ad was essentially just like listen, we are fascists, and when we are in power, we will cull the people who did not support us on the way here. You know, that was essentially the ad. So I looked at it. I pointed out what it was. I compared it to the Night of the Long Knives in Nazi Germany, which was, of course, when the Strasserite elements of the party, as well as other undesirables, were culled, where they were killed, so that Hitler could consolidate his power base within the Nazi party. Which is a perfectly apt comparison, by the way, a 100% fully reasonable direct comparison. So that was in the VOD, and then it got the clip got posted to the channel. I think the clip that got posted on the second channel was like less than 2 minutes long. It was 105 seconds, I think. Anyway, both of the channels, the main channel for the VOD, the second channel for the video, got struck with promoting violence or hateful content for that ad that a Republican candidate put out. Now, that ad the Republican candidate put out had been lambasted and attacked on a bunch of different channels, including mainstream news channels like MSNBC, which had looked at it. It was on TV, but my channel got hit with the terms of service strikes on both of my channels for hosting that content, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. And for that, I couldn't stream for a week. I couldn't upload for a week. And of course, if you have 3 concurrent strikes, you lose your channel. You know, and this strike lasts for 3 months. Absolutely unfair, completely brigaded, insane, unjustifiable. You know, obviously this is a very yeah, for sure, shoot. But I have like this is a particularly, I think, like a ridiculous degree of double standard. Absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, obviously it's quite frightening, the degree of instability inherent to this you know, this platform. I'm not opposed at all to terms of service as a concept, but obviously it has to be a reasonable and accurately applied TOS, which this is certainly not. Hopefully this doesn't happen again, or hopefully I'm able to take advantage of some contacts I might have to mitigate the strike the next time, which we'll have to see. I can't guarantee that, of course. But failing that, you know, there are other platforms where, you know, like I could stream on Twitch, maybe potentially ways around it. I'm not entirely sure. It's deeply disheartening, you know? And the funny thing is that when I appealed these strikes, as they were delivered to me, you know, they were reaffirmed with the charge of promoting a violent or terroristic organization, which is an explicit, you know, expression of the fact from YouTube that the Republican Party is a violent or terroristic organization. Okay, you know, I look forward to the sweeping ban of all right-aligned, like, you know, channels on the site. Then, you know, Comrade YouTube. I don't know why it only got me, but either way, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, one thing that I found that was quite disheartening, you know, is that because of my odious reputation, lefties didn't circulate the tweet thread or like express sympathy at all. Like a bread tuber with 10K subs can get an unfair strike and will get retweeted by a bunch of like larger left-leaning accounts, but I have my own large community and like no one outside of it. It's like it's that and then nobody outside of that space. It's very much like a polarizing all or nothing. I don't get the benefit of like a sympathetic but largely neutral broader audience to like signal boost that, which for me, in addition to being like very short-sighted, like, oh, bad meanie Vaush, let's remove left-leaning content creators from the platform. They probably think that I'm not left-leaning. I don't know if we really want to like normalize YouTube giving community guideline strikes to left-leaning channels for showcasing and critiquing far-right media so mainstream that it was literally on television. Obviously, like, if we can't criticize that, then what do we do then exactly? We just sort of have to huddle together on YouTube and cobble our criticisms from paper mache and cardboard cutouts while the right is like posting a Triumph of the Will tier fascist propaganda on television and on their channels. Deeply unfortunate. To be fair, Vaush, you did invent cancer. Yeah, and I apologized for it, okay? Who did the strikes? You will never know who did the strikes. There are probably numerous groups of people who like constantly fraudulently report me. I'm sure there are a great many people who do this. So it's not it's you, you can throw it around however you like. Jessie Gender showed your tweets in her video but wouldn't mention you by name. So wait, wouldn't mention me by name but would show the tweet showing my name, or did she hide my name but only show the content of the tweets? Because if so, that's kind of funny. Oh, she showed your name. Okay, okay. I was thinking it's kind of funny. It's like it's like unnamed YouTuber has been subject to unfair TOS like strike. But if you say my name, the Jesse Gender audience is like, that's messed up, man. And then they show it's me, and they're like, wait, hold on, whatever the case may be. I fully support, because Jesse Gender got an unfair like video taken down with the Matt Walsh stuff, and I thought that was messed up. So you got the others treatment. That's fine. Everyone knows.